Strat-O-Matic Baseball 1986 American League action from April 9th, 1986. It's the final American League game on our schedule today. Be the Toronto Blue Jays at the Texas Rangers. Hope you will enjoy our broadcast today. We're going to try to move this one through a little quicker, just because we did a 4-hour stream this morning, and I really enjoyed that, but I'd like to possibly do something else this afternoon before the game, so we'll see. I think we've got this set up pretty well already. On the mound for Jimmy Williams, Toronto Blue Jays, is going to be Doyle Alexander. Okay, a little run through of the lineup here for Toronto. Center fielder Lloyd Moseby will be leading off. Shortstop Tony Fernandez batting second. Mance Mullinex playing third and batting third. Willie Upshaw plays first and bats cleanup. George Bell in left, bats fifth. Jesse Barfield in right, bats sixth. Cecil Fielder is the designated hitter, batting seventh. Buck Martinez behind the plate catching and batting eighth, and Damaso Garcia, the second baseman, bats ninth. Doyle Alexander, 5-4 in 17 starts. A 4.46 ERA will be on the mound for the Blue Jays. They'll be up first, of course. They'll be facing Ed Correa. The Texas starter, 12-14, a 4.23 ERA in 32 starts. Just getting my bench players and stacks set. So without further ado, we've got the Texas Rangers colored dice here. Let's try to straighten this out a little bit. We got a little tilt to it. That's a little bit better. Maybe like that a little. Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, now the stadium looks tilted. All right, hold on. A mild angle. There we go. That's pretty good. As good as we're going to get, folks. So, my name's Joe. This is JC Sports Replays with your Strat-O-Matic 1986 action. Without further ado, it's Ed Correa on the mound. His hold's a +6. Darryl Porter's a +2. These guys couldn't be worse. +8, but they'll be relegated to the maximum +5, which means a +3/+1 for holding on any Toronto Blue Jays. Alexander's a -1 hold. His compatriot behind the plate, Buck Martinez, is a -1, so they're -2. When you add the holds, it's -4, -6. So a tale of two worlds here. The Rangers will be held on pretty well. The Blue Jays barely at all. Lloyd Moseby playing center, batting leadoff. Here's the pitch from Correa. How about a 3-5 against the right-hander? Base on balls for Moseby. And right away, that hold rating is going to come into effect. That +3 would make Moseby a 19, almost automatic base stealer. He needs a 3-6 to get a good lead. Even if he doesn't, he'd be a 14 chance. So 7, not a good lead. He's a 1-14. He's going to go anyway without the good lead. It's an 11. And Moseby steals second with Tony Fernandez at the plate. So Fernandez up. Moseby being held at second. And Correa to pitch to Fernandez, the switch hitter batting left. How about a 3-7 against the right-hander? Single 1-14 or a line out to second. That's a line drive toward Hara, and it's through. Off his glove. They'll give Fernandez the base hit. Moseby will stop at third as Hara kept it in the infield. So now Fernandez on first. He could steal. If he gets a good lead, he would also be a 19. So, you know, these guys are going to be looking for good leads today. He gets one, and he's off to the races. Fernandez steals second. Moseby had thoughts, but holds third. So second and third now with nobody out for the Blue Jays. And Correa will face... Oh, what is Correa's? He's a 2E22-6. Yep, just making sure. Going to face Mullinex, the left-hander. Rance waits. 2 runners in scoring position, nobody out. A 1-4 against the right-hander. Grounded out of first. So is one of those situations I need to check the chart. Second and third, it's an A. He's going to hold them. So Malnick takes it himself. Mosby is forced to hold. And here's Upshaw. Sharply hit grounder. So Upshaw the batting left. 2 runners in scoring position, 1 out. How about a 6-3 against the left-hander? Fly ball left field X. Gary Ward a 3-E2. Let's see how he does out there. A 3-10. It's going to be a double 2. Both runs will score. And no error. So a double for Upshaw. 2 runs come in. And Toronto leads 2-0 here in the first. So Upshaw on second. They will hold him. Otherwise, he's really proficient. And here's George Bell. Correa the pitch. It's a possible wild pitch. It's an automatic wild pitch. Correa is a 20 wild pitch chance. So Upshaw down to third. And here's Bell again. How about a 5-4 against the right-hander? Ground ball third base X. Bouchel is there, a 2-E16. About a 2012 G1. G1 E9, runner on third. The runner will advance. So Upshaw comes home on the grounder to Bouchel. He fires across to retired Bell. Bell has an RBI ground out. It's 3-0 Toronto. 2 outs now, and here's Jesse Barfield. How about a 4-7 right-hander? Barfield walks. Barfield, the 15 plus 3 would be an 18. He's going to try for a good lead against this terrible battery. And he's going to get a good lead. He needs a 1-18 to steal this base, and he's in there. Stolen base for Barfield, the 3rd stolen base already for the Blue Jays here in the first inning. So Barfield on second. They will not hold him there. And Cecil Fielder up with 2 outs. About a 4-12 against the right-hander. And that's a base on ball, so first and second with 2 outs. And Buck Martinez coming up. He's the 8th batter of the first inning. Toronto already with 3 runs in. Here's Correa to Martinez. How about a 5-5 righty? Strikes him out. So Correa finally gets out of the inning. Salvages something. He only gives up 3. The Blue Jays take a 3-0 lead, and we go to the bottom half of the first. The Rangers to bat against Doyle Alexander. Quick overview of the Rangers lineup. And center field batting leadoff, O.W. McDowell. Batting second and playing second, Toby Harrah. Batting third and playing first base, Pete O'Brien. Pete Incaviglia plays right field and bats fourth. Yes, he's a right field 5. Gary Ward plays left field and bats 5th. Larry Parrish, the designated hitter, will bat 6th. Darrell Porter, the catcher, bats 7th. Steve Bouchel, the third baseman, batting 8th. And Kurt Wilkerson, playing second and batting 9th. All right, it's O.W. McDowell leading off from the left side against Doyle Alexander. About a 1-8. Base hit for McDowell. He'll be held on. That would make him a 13. That's not terrible. Harrah can hit and run a little bit too. Let's see if McDowell can get a... They want to get some of these stolen bases back. It's kind of a weird attitude, but that's how they're feeling. And he can't get a good lead. So he'd be a 8 on his second steal success chance. He's not going to do that. Here's Toby Harrah against Doyle Alexander. How about a 4-7? It's the right-hander. Pops it up on the infield. No problem for Fernandez. 1 away. Score that a 6. Here's O'Brien, the first baseman. That's left against Alexander. Possible wild pitch. Only on a 1 for Doyle. Nope. And how about a 2-7 against the right-hander? Base on ball. So McDowell down to second. O'Brien will take first. And it's first and second, 1 out. Here's Incaviglia. Pete's got some power. Put on a show in batting practice today, and this time he strikes out. So hopefully he didn't waste all his taters before the game. That'll bring up Gary Ward, first and second, 2 down. The pitch from Alexander. Get in there. How about a 2-5? Strikes him out. Second strikeout of the inning and the game. For Alexander, nothing doing for the Texas Rangers in the bottom of the first. They trail 3-0. We'll head to the second. It'll be Damaso Garcia, followed by Mosby and Fernandez. Correa ready. Garcia waits. 5-10, right-hander, ballpark single. Right-handers 1-11. And it's a base hit for Garcia. And as we're wont to do against Correa, they're going to try to get a good lead. That's the allowed stolen bases for Toronto today. If they keep getting on base is 7. It's not a good lead. He'd only be in 11, so he's not going anywhere. And here's Mosby. Mosby walked and scored. About a 4-7 left-hander. Whoops, looking at the wrong column. Doesn't matter. It's still a walk. So Mosby draws his second walk of the day. Correa not sharp so far. First and second, nobody out for Tony Fernandez. Fernandez 1 for 1. Scored a run. About 3-10 against the righty. Single to center. Liner up the middle. Garcia around third. Was he being held at second is the question. No, probably not. So 1-16. Not 2 outs. And the center fielder's arms via 1-15. They're going to let him score. And they'll hold Mosby at second as the throw comes in. So a base hit for Fernandez, an RBI. And now it's first and second with nobody out for Molnix. Mosby being held at second, most likely. Yes, he is. Here's Molnix. 0 for 1 so far. 2-11. Ballpark homer chance. It's 1-4. It can't be robbed, just so you know. And it's a 3. It's gone. And that's probably it for Correa already. A 3-run homer for Rance Molnix. 4 runs in this inning. It's now 7-0 Toronto, and Correa had nothing today. So Molnix puts him up 7-0. Ed Correa's done. He can't get an out in the second inning. He goes 1. He gives up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, 1 homer. His book is closed because there's no runners on base. So 7 runs, all earned. It's been hard to get that ERA down. 1 walk, 2 walks, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. 4 walks and 1 K for Correa. Bobby Valentine wastes no time pulling that trigger. And now he's going to have to go into a bullpen and see if we can put something together. Well, Correa will try another day. And they're going to need some length. I don't know where they're going to get it. Orsic's not great. It's going to have to be Jeff Russell, and he's going to have to probably take a shellacking because this is not a deep bullpen. Only here in the second inning, nobody out. So Russell comes in. He's a 1E0 with a 3 fatigue rating. Correa just got shelled. 7 runs in 1 inning pitched. Nobody out here in the second. It's Upshaw against Russell. How about a 3-8 against the righty? Strikes him out. Good start for Russell. He's going to have to be efficient if he's going to go deep. 2, 6, 1-1 to 8, double 9 to 20 for Bell. That's a double. McDowell gets it back in. Bell holds at second. How's the hold now? -2. Must do 0, so a much better hold. It's going to be a -2, -4. Much more normal numbers. They should cut down on the stolen bases a little bit. So Bell's at second. Here's Barfield with 1 out. Jesse waits for the pitch. It's a 4-7 against the right-hander. Strikes him out. Russell with 2 strikeouts this inning, sandwiching Bell's double in the middle. And there's 2 down. Here's Fielder. Fielder walked his first time up. Just managed to lose 2 dice in 1 roll. But I think they're both easily retrievable. One's on the chair with me somewhere. Oh, there we go. Damn jumpers. That's a 6-4 against the right-hander. Grab ball shortstop X. The shortstop Wilkerson, a 3E25. Guys, can you stay in there, please? Thank you. Not being held as Bell, so that's going to be an 8 7. G3. Wilkerson's at short, 25. 7 on the 25 is nothing. Wilkerson makes the play, and that'll retire the side. Fielder is thrown out easily, plenty of time. 4 big runs here in the second. So Toronto leads 7-0 as we go to the bottom half. Well, you got to feel good if you're Doyle Alexander. You've got a 7-run lead. You can just throw strikes. It's going to be Parrish, Porter, and Bouchel to try to get the Texas offense going. Here's Parrish. It's a 5-9 right-hander. Fly ball to center. No problem for Mosby. 1 away. Darrell Porter, the catcher, batting left. His first at bat of the day. That's a 2-3. Grounder to second. Garcia's there. Flips to Upshaw for the second out. And here's Bouchel. How about a 2-8 against the righty? Strikes him out, his third of the day for Alexander. He does exactly what you're supposed to do, folks. 1-2-3 inning. After his team gives him a big lead, it's 7-0. We head to the third. Toronto out in front. It'll be Buck Martinez, followed by Garcia and Mosby. Martinez 0 for 1. How about a 1-7? Fly ball to center. McDowell's there. And Martinez is retired. Here's Garcia. He's 1 for 1 with a run scored. 6-8 against the right-hander. Grounded down to third. Bouchel's there. He makes the throw to O'Brien in time. 2 down. Here's Mosby. He's walked twice, scored twice, and stolen a base. Doing what he's supposed to do from the leadoff spot. 6-9. This time, ground ball to Hara at second. He scoops it and flips to O'Brien, a 1-2-3 for the reliever Russell in his second inning of work. We go to the bottom of the third. Texas trying to get something going against Alexander. They trail by 7. It'll be number 9, Wilkerson, followed by McDowell and Hara. Here's Wilkerson, his first at-bat of the day. By the way, folks, we started kind of quickly. There's a crowd of 85-89 in Arlington Stadium. It's a decent night for baseball. Average 111 on the singles, 4-4 on the homers. The walls are too high for any robbing of home runs. Your umpire crew is Jim Evans at third, Darrell Cousins at second, Ted Hendry at first, and Durwood Merrill calling the balls and strikes. Here's Wilkerson, his first at bat today. How about a 5-9? He's batting left, and that's a strikeout, the 4th of the day for Alexander. So 1 time through the order, he struck out 4 of them. He's looking sharp. Here's McDowell. He singled his first time up and was stranded. How about a 5-2 left-hander? Ground ball, first base X. Upshaw, a good fielder, 2E13. About a 14-11. That's a G1. G1E1. Upshaw boots it. An E3 will let McDowell on first. He's not going anywhere. They will hold him. But with a 7-run deficit, they need base runners, not caught stealings. Stolen base, not that meaningful here. Here's Hara. 1 down, 1 on for Toby. He lined out to short his first time up. A 5-2. Another ground ball toward Upshaw, 2E13. He's holding him on, so he's a 3E13. How about a 9-13? It's going to be a G3, E1. So Upshaw boots another one. Back-to-back errors by Willie Upshaw. And if anything's going to get the Rangers back in this game, it's that kind of sloppy play by Toronto. So now it's first and second with 1 down. Alexander frustrated. He should have had a 1-2-3 inning. Instead, he's got 2 guys on, 1 out for Pete O'Brien. Lefty O'Brien walked his first time up. How about a 5-10? Ballpark single chance. He's a lefty, so it's only a 1, and it's not going to happen. A line drive to second base, where Garcia makes the catch to retire O'Brien for the second out. That brings up Incaviglia. He struck out his first time up. Alexander ignoring the runners. They really don't matter at this point in the game. It's a 5-6 right-hander. Well, Incaviglia gets a hold of this one. It's driven out as a base hit into left. Is it going to be cut off? Yes. Nice job by Bell to cut that one off. He'll hold Incaviglia to a single, but the run will score unearned. Hara around a third, and Incaviglia's got himself an RBI. So it's 7-1, and you got to start somewhere, folks. Texas starts here. First and third, 2 down, and it's Gary Ward coming up. Gary struck out his first time up. How about a 1-6? And that's a base hit. Double 1 to 5, single 6 to 20 again, out in the same gap. This time Bell can't catch up with it. It's going to go to the wall. Ward comes around second. He trips. He's going to have to stop there. Incaviglia stops at third. Hara had scored easily. So Gary Ward an RBI double. With 2 outs here, and it's now 7-2. Be careful, Alexander. Don't throw them over the heart of the plate. They'll hit you. These guys can slug. If a team can come back from 7, Texas has that ability. They've got plenty of power. And here's Larry Parrish, speaking of power. Second and third, 2 down, and Parrish is 0 for 1 on the day. Alexander from the stretch, from the stretch, 2-8. And that is trouble, folks. That is hit deep to left field. Larry Parrish has himself a 1-16 homer or a double. Both runs are going to score. It's gone. Forget it. Everybody's scoring. And all of a sudden, a couple of errors. This inning should have been over. All these runs are unearned. Oh, no, they're not. They weren't with 2 outs. Actually, no. All these runs are unearned because of the back-to-back errors. A 3-run homer for Larry Parrish, and it's suddenly 7-5. Here, Doyle Alexander thought he was going to have a quiet afternoon on the mound with that 7-run lead. Now he's going to have to work for his win. And that's 5 runs. Is the rule 5 runs or 5 earned runs? Because Alexander might be fatigued right now. Starter gives up 5 runs in any 1 inning. Well, shoot, he's fatigued. I don't know that Bobby Valentine would, Jimmy Williams would pull him right here. He figures that homer's just bad luck. We'll see what happens with Darryl Porter. He might get the instance. Hey, Joe Horland, 5 runs earned or not, indeed. So, but I think Jimmy Williams would stick with him here. It's early. They've still got a lead. And Alexander, before this last 3 batters, was pitching very well. So, Williams giving him a little rope to hang himself with, maybe. Here's Porter. Porter grounded out his first time up. This time it's a 3-10. It's a right-hander, and that's a base on balls. Now Jimmy Williams is concerned. He gets the bullpen up and going. Buck Martinez out to talk with Alexander. He says he's fine. And Porter's on first. Here's Buechele. 2 outs, 1 man on, 5 runs in. How about a 2-9? Strikes him out. So Alexander settles down, but the damage is done. Instead of a 7-run lead, it's just a 2-run lead for Toronto now. And this game just got interesting, as have so many of our games in this early 1986 season. Here's Jeff Russell. Russell's going to face Fernandez, Mullenix, and Upshaw in his 3rd inning of work. This is his fatigue inning, but they'd like to get a couple more out of him if he can pitch well. Here's Fernandez. He's 2 for 2, 2 runs scored, an RBI, and a stolen base. Busy day so far for Fernandez. A 5-4. He's batting left. That's a ballpark homer chance. He's weak against righty, so make it a ballpark single chance. But only on a 1-4, because we're going off the ballpark homer number. Never mind. It's going to be a fly ball to where? He's batting left. A fly ball to right. Fernandez is retired. 1 away. Doesn't really matter where. It's out. So, Mullenix, 3-run homer back in the 2nd inning. He's 1 for 2 today. Russell with the pitch, a 1-7. Strikes him out. That's Russell's 3rd strikeout. 2 up, 2 down here in the 4th. Only in the 4th, folks. It's 7-5. Hang on. Here's Upshaw, 1 for 2 today. A 4-6 left-handed, base on balls. So Willie's on with 2 outs. And what's his stealing chance? He'd be an 18. They might try to get him in scoring position here with Bell up. Can he get a lead? He needs a 4 or a 6. He does not. He gets a 7. So it'll be George Bell. Bell 1 for 2 today, a double and a run driven in. It's a 3-8 against the right-hander. Pops it up on the infield. Curtis Wilkerson is there and makes the catch to retire the side. 1 left. Toronto can't add to their lead. They hang on to a 7-5 advantage. Alexander back out. Jimmy Williams feels like it's probably just a bump in the road. We know Alexander's fatigued, however, but I'm not going to overmanage it until he shows additional signs of not being able to get through a couple more innings. It's Wilkerson. Wilkerson struck out his first time up. Bats left. How about a 6-7? Well, there's a sign. Double one, single 2 to 20. This one yanked out towards right field. It's going to drop in. Barfield cuts it off. Strong arm. He'll hold Wilkerson to a single. And how about Odabe McDowell? 1 for 2 today. A run scored. He reached on an error and came around in that big inning for Texas. How about a 4-9 against the left-hander? Uh-oh. Normal power. He has it. Home run 1 to 10, double 11 to 20. This one's hit deep to right. Barfield going back. It's tied up. It's a tie game. A 2-run homer by Odabe McDowell. And we've got a brand new ball game here in just the 4th inning, folks. It's 7-7. And now Jimmy Williams is convinced Doyle Alexander has lost it somehow. It's hard to tell where it went wrong, but whatever he's got going on, he's not hitting the corners. He's hitting the center of the plate. So Alexander's day is done. Both starting pitchers give up 7 in short work. A quick rundown for Alexander. He goes just 3 innings. Wow, nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits, 2 homers. The book on him is closed, 7 runs. None of those were earned, but these 2 are. So 2 earned runs. But he's definitely lost it, in Jimmy Williams' opinion. Walks and strikeouts 1, 2, that would be 5. 2 walks, 5 Ks. So he was striking guys out, but those fastballs straightened out pretty quick. And now they're going to have to figure out some length as well. Who are they going to go to? It looks like John Cerruti. Cerruti's going to come in to pitch for Toronto. And he'll be the pitcher of record. Both of these guys are out of the game. Cerruti is a pitcher 3E0 with a 3 relief fatigue rating. This is insane, folks. There's no ballpark chances for pretty much anything except right-handed singles here. All of these have been legit power numbers off of the cards. So, Cerruti throws left. He'll be facing, not McDowell. McDowell just homered. It's 7-7 here in the bottom of the 4th. And we may as well start all over again. It's Toby Harrah leading off. He's 0 for 2. Reached on an error and scored. There's nobody out here in the 4th. It's a 3-5 against the left-hander. Well, it's not over yet, folks. There's a ringing base hit out to center field. It's going to be a double for Harrah. He's in easily ahead of the throw from Bell, who fields it and gets it back in. Harrah's on second with nobody out. And Jimmy Williams looks perplexed. Valentine's laughing in the dugout. You can't blame him. He thought this one was one of those you just mail it in. Now he's got a 7-7 game, and he's got some managing to do. Here's O'Brien. Nobody out. Harrah on second. I thought we were going to mail it in too, and forget it. It's a 4-7. Strikes him out. Cerruti gets O'Brien for the first out of the inning, and it'll be Incaviglia. Incaviglia 1 for 2 with a run scored and a run driven in. Harrah out on second with 1 out. Wild pitch possible, 1-12 for Cerruti. Nope. We'll re-roll. How about a 6-4 against the right-hander? That's a ballpark chance. Only 1-4, though. This is deep to left. Is it going? It's going. Never mind. Caught at the edge of the track by George Bell for the second out of the inning. Harrah retreats. And now there's 2 down. And Gary Ward to the plate. Ward 1 for 2. Double, an RBI, and a run scored. How about a 4-10 against the right-hander? Ward catcher's card X. 3E4 for Buck Martinez. And we've got a 19-9. 19 is going to be a G2. And a 9 on an E4 is nothing. So a scribber in front of the plate. Martinez pounces on it and fires to first to retire the side. But the Odabe McDowell homer ties this game up at 7 apiece. We'll go to the 5th. Here's Russell coming out for his 4th inning of work. He's putting in some length today to try to save the rest of these pens. Pardon me. Russell and Cerruti now the pitchers of record, and it's Barfield, Fielder, and Martinez face Russell here in the fifth. Barfield is 0 for 1, walked and struck out. About a 1-6 against the right-hander. Triple 1-2, fly ball to center. This one's hit deep to center. McDowell running back on it. He should have it, has a beat on it. No, it's over his head. It's going to one-hop the wall, gets away from him at an angle, and Barfield rounds second. He's on his way. He'll be in with a stand-up triple by the time that is retrieved. Jesse Barfield with a lead-off three-bagger. And, man, the balls are moving today. Everything's dropping in. It's hard to predict what's going to happen in this one. Well, here's Fielder. Fielder 0 for 1 with a walk. Barfield on third. 5-7 right-hander. Ground ball is short. That's going to be deep enough to score the runner. Barfield hurries home. And Fielder will be retired on a 6-3 by Curtis Wilkerson. One down. Here's Buck Martinez. He's 0 for 2. How about a 4-7 right-hander? Strikes him out. His fourth strikeout for Russell. 2 down. Forgot to give Fielder an RBI there. It's 8-7 now, Toronto. They've regained the lead. And here's Garcia with 2 outs. Garcia 1 for 2 with a run scored. How about a 2-3? Grounder down to third. No problem there for Bouchel, who fires across the diamond to O'Brien to retire the side. But Jesse scores. A leadoff triple and a ground out is enough to give the Blue Jays the lead back. 8-7 now. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Cerruti back out for his second inning of work. He'll face Parrish, Porter, and Bouchel. Larry Parrish with the big 3-run homer back in the third inning. 1 for 2 so far. How about a 2-3 against the lefty? Ballpark single. 1-11. Nope. Liner right at the shortstop. He had to jump a little for it, but Fernandez takes it in. Fairly routine. Wasn't a real athletic play. And 1 down. Here's Darryl Porter. Porter 0 for 1 with a base on balls. 6 of 5. Left-handed. Normal 1-17. Double 18-20. He has weak power. So single 1-17 or a double. That's cocked. It's going to be a base hit for Porter. Porter's on first. Let's double check the hold here. -1, -2. That's correct. So Porter being held. Here's Bouchel with 1 out. 4-6 right-handed. Single to left. He pulls one through the left side. Porter will stop at second. First and second now for Wilkerson with 1 out. Wilkerson not great against lefties. He doesn't have a hit on that side of his card, but he's up anyway. We're not going to sub this early. The lefty won't be in there forever in all likelihood. How about a 5-8? He's batting right. That's a pop-up on the infield. And Fernandez calls for it, makes the catch, 2 away. First and second now. 2 outs for Odom McDowell. McDowell, a single, a homer, reached on an error. He scored twice and driven in a pair. Cerruti, lefty on lefty. It's a 1-7. Grounded down to second. Should be no problem for Garcia. He makes the play and retires McDowell for the 3rd out of the inning. Nothing doing. For Texas, they trail by 1. We head to the 6th inning. And Russell, can you believe it? He's coming out for a 5th inning. He'll be fatigued after this one no matter what. And he'll face the top of the order, Mosby, Fernandez, and Monix. How about a 3-8 against the righty? That's a fly ball to center. McDowell's there. And Mosby's out. 1 away. Tony Fernandez, 2 for 3 today. He'd like to make it 3 for 4. How about a 4-9? He's batting left. And he does. Single to left field. Goes the other way. And Fernandez is on at first. He'd be a 15 to steal. He's going to try to get a lead, 4-6. That's a good lead. Needs a 1-15. He's thrown out. Nice throw by Darryl Porter. Fernandez is caught stealing for the 2nd out of the inning, and now it's Monix up with 2 outs and nobody on. Rance homered himself today. A 3-run homer back in the 3rd. How about a 5-7? He's batting left. Strikes him out. And that'll be the inning. Russell does a hell of a job. He goes 5. We're going to close the book on him and put him away, but let's see what he did. Gets a pat on the back from Bobby Valentine. Hell of an effort by Russell. Yeah, I don't know who the pitcher's going to be just yet. Let's see what Russell did in 5 innings. 1, 2, 3 hits, no homers, 1 run, it's earned. Walks and strikeouts. It looks like he had 5 strikeouts. And how many walks? 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. And right now, he's the pitcher of record. He would lose it if Texas can't find another run. But he did a heck of a job. 5 innings, 1 run ball to salvage this game and make it competitive. So in the bottom of the 6th now, it's Cerruti coming out for his 3rd inning. He's going to face Hara, O'Brien, and Incaviglia. Here's Toby Hara. 1 for 3 on the day. How about a 3-6 against the left-hander? Double 1 to 17, fly ball to left. That one's hit out towards George Bell. Will he get there? No, it's going to drop in. And Hara cruises into second with a stand-up double, his 2nd double of the day. A leadoff double at that, and it's Pete O'Brien coming up. Rangers trail by 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. O'Brien waits. Cerruti delivers. It's a 3-6. Double 1 to 15 single. That's a back-to-back double as O'Brien rattles one into the gap. Hara races around to score the tying run, and Russell's off the hook for his good work. Pete O'Brien with an RBI double with nobody out. And Cerruti might be getting tired. In fact, 1 more hit or walk, and he will be. So here's Incaviglia. That's a 110 against the lefty. Base on balls. Well, obviously, Cerruti's arm has given out on him. He'll take to the showers. And with 1st and 2nd and nobody out, they're going to have to find somebody to come in here and get some people out. And it's not going to be him, I'll tell you that. So, looks like it's going to be, who's coming up? A couple of righties. It's going to be, he gets killed by lefties. It's going to be Bill Caudle. Caudle? Caudle. Caudle is a 5-0 with a 1 fatigue, so he's just in here to get through this inning if he can. Really? He's a 1-inning reliever. He's just here to get them out of trouble. They can get to the 8th. Well, honestly, they have a short bullpen too, so in any case, Incaviglia's on 1st, O'Brien's on 2nd, and Gary Ward's coming up. Let's just take a look at Cerruti real quick. He went 2 innings. Couldn't get anybody out here. Give up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. No homers. We don't know the runs yet. 1 strikeout, 1 walk, and 1 K for Cerruti. Here's Caudle, the right-hander to pitch to Gary Ward. Ward 1 for 3 today. Double and an RBI. How about a 2-6 against the righty? Pops up on the infield. Fernandez makes the call and the catch for the 1st out of the inning. We're all tied at, I believe, 8 apiece now. 2 runners on here for Texas, and Larry Parrish coming up. Parrish, a 3-run homer earlier, 1 for 3. How about a 5-6 against the righty? Triple 1 to 9 single. Uh-oh. This one's hit in the gap. Will it be cut off? Yes, it will be, but 1 run's going to score. And Parrish has himself an RBI single as O'Brien chugs around 3rd and gets in there ahead of the throw. Incaviglia ends up at 3rd as the throw comes into the cutoff man. And Parrish with the go-ahead single here in the 6th. It's now, I don't even know, it's 9-8. Boy, it's hard to keep track of these. So 1st and 3rd, 1 out. Here's Darryl Porter. Porter, a left-hander. 1 for 2 on the day. Also drew a walk. How about a 3-5? And never mind, he draws a 2nd walk, and it's going to be bases loaded. And Cerruti, or pardon me, Caudle, 1 runner, 1 hitter walk away from fatigue. And it's Buechele. Bases loaded, just 1 out. They'd love a double play. They really need one. How about a 1-5 against the right-hander? Nope. Bouchel goes the other way. That's a single to right. It's only one out, so the clutch doesn't come into play on that result. Incaviglia scores. Parrish around third. They might hold him. He's a 1-10. He wasn't being held 1-11. The right fielder arm is Barfield, -5. They hold him. Bases loaded. Caudill's tired. And Jimmy Williams has seen enough. It's not a great day out here. So Caudill goes 0.1. The book on Cerruti's closed. He gives up 3 runs, all earned. Caudill gets 1 guy out, 2 hits and a walk so far. The number of runs yet to be determined. And they're going to have to go to Dennis Lamp. They don't really have a choice. It's a weird game so far. Lamp is a 3E20 with a 3 fatigue rating in relief. Bouchel with the RBI single. Bases are still loaded. Only 1 out. Here's Curtis Wilkerson. Let me see. Lamp's a +7 hold. Oh boy. So +5. So it's going to be +3, +1 for stolen bases. Not that it matters right now with bases loaded, only 1 out, and Wilkerson up. Batting left against the right-hander, Lamp. Lamp delivers. It's a 5-6. Fly ball, right field B. That's going to be deep enough. Wilkerson with a sac fly. Parrish tags and comes in. They hold Porter at second. So 2 down. It's now, I'm not even sure. It was 8-7. Now it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's now 11-8 Texas. How things have turned. It was 7-0 Toronto after 2. It's now 11-8 Texas in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs. And here's McDowell. McDowell 2 for 4 today, a 2-run homer. How about a 5-10? Catcher's card X. It's going to be Martinez, a 3E4. And that's a 3-6. It's going to be a WG. WG nothing. So it could be a wild pitch. It could be a pass ball, but on the pitcher's wild pitch rating, a 1-5. It's not, so it's a ground out to end the inning. So they get out of it, but not before they give up 4 runs. And now the Rangers lead the Blue Jays 11-8. We head to the 7th. Who the hell knows what's going to happen? Mullenix can't pitch. Who's going to come in for Texas? With a lead now. It's going to be Dale Mahorsic. Mahorsic, a solid pitcher. Right-hander. 3E0 with a 2 fatigue and a 3 closer. They might try to get him to go the distance if it stays here. We'll see. Mullenix was already batted. He struck out to end the last inning, so it's Upshaw leading off. 1 for 2 with a walk and a double. 2 runs driven in and a run scored for Willie Upshaw. 2-9 against the right-hander. Strikes him out. First out, Upshaw down. Here's Bell. Bell 1 for 3, double and an RBI. 4-8 against the right-hander. Single. George Bell goes the other way and has himself a base hit. Mahorsic, by the way, -4. Working with Porter's +2, so it's -2, so it's going to be -4, -6. Not great opportunities there for stealing. Bell would be an 11. He's not going anywhere with Barfield coming up. Jesse, a triple and a run scored. He also walked, stole a base, and struck out today. 1 for 2 officially. Blue Jays trying to get back in this one. They trail by 3 after leading by 7. It's a 6-9 against the right-hander. Ground ball shortstop X. Wilkerson, 3E25. Is he holding a no? He's not. So 3E25 for Wilkerson. How about a 7-7? G3. G3 nothing. I think. It's going to be a runner advance. He has no play at second. He'll throw to first. Retire Barfield. Bell was moving on contact and gets into second base with 2 outs. Going to bring up big Cecil Fielder. 2 outs. Bell on second. Morsick, the pitch. 2-5. Strikes him out. Second strikeout of the inning and the game for Mahorsic. The Blue Jays go down, still trail by 3. They are behind 11-8 as we head for the 7th inning stretch. Crack open this bottle of water here and wet the throat. Nice relaxing Sunday with my family. Babe sitting next to me on the couch with the pups. He's playing some PlayStation with her headphones on. And we're just rolling some Strat-O-Matic games, guys, because it's a lot of fun. Toby Harrow will lead things off against Lamp. Okay, Dennis, ready. He's pitched to 2 batters so far, gotten 2 outs. Here's Harrow. 2 doubles today, 2 for 4, and 2 runs scored. The Rangers lead by 3. It's a 4-7 against the righty. Harrow grounded to short. Fernandez there. Over to Mosby, 1 away. O'Brien is 1 for 3. Double, an RBI, and a run scored. He also walked and struck out. How about a 6-2? He'll walk for the 2nd time today. So Pete's on. Pete would be a 16 if he gets a good lead. He's going to try. He doesn't get to try very often. 4 or 5. Nope, 6 doesn't do it. He's held closely. And here's Pete number 2, Pete Incaviglia. Incaviglia 1 for 3, 2 runs scored, and a run driven in. Lamp with the pitch, a 3-8 against the righty. Strikes him out. That's the first strikeout for Lamp, and there's 2 down now. O'Brien at first for Gary Ward. Ward's doubled, driven 1 in and scored 1, 1 for 4 on the day. How about a 1-10? Base on balls for Gary Ward, so it'll be 1st and 2nd. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th for Texas, and Larry Parrish coming up. Larry's 2 for 4 on the day. He clubbed a 3-run homer back in the 3rd inning, and an RBI single his last time up. 4 runs batted in on the day. Looking to be the hero for Texas if things continue the way they are. 1st and 2nd, 2 down. Here's Parrish. Lamp delivers a 1-5, strikes him out. Big strikeout for Lamp there to keep his team alive in this one. But Toronto will have to get their bats going. They trail by 3 as we head to the 8th. Mahorsic for his 2nd inning of work, his fatigue inning, by the way. And it's Buck Martinez to lead things off. Maybe not. I think we're going to see a pinch hitter for Martinez. We just don't know who it'll be yet. Got a righty up there. Well, now we know who it's going to be. It's going to be Rick Leach. Leach, a good left-handed batter. We'll try to get something going for Toronto against Mahorsic. Mahorsic delivers. Leach waits. A 2-10. A right-hander. Fly ball left. Gary Ward is there and retires Leach for the 1st out. Here's Garcia. Damaso gets on base a little. He's 1 for 3 with a run scored. About a 3-4. Grounder down to 3rd. Bouchel is there. Tosses it to O'Brien. And Garcia is the 2nd out of the inning. That'll bring up Mosby. Lloyd's been busy today. He needs to be even busier if the Blue Jays are going to come back in this one. 2 outs, top of the 8th. They trail by 3. How about a 1-3? Grounded back to Mahorsic. He fields it no problem. Tosses it over to O'Brien. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Mahorsic here in the 8th. He's retired 6 of the 7 men he's faced and holds on to a 3-run lead for Texas. Leach Day is going to be done, and Ernie Witt will come in to do the catching. Okay, so Leach is out. Ernie Witt will jump in there. Left-handed catcher with some gap power. He's a 3 -1, E3, T7, P1. And he'll bat 8th should he come up. Here's Lamp. He's on his, he's pitched 1.2. Is he in fatigue yet? Nope. One more out, and then he'll be susceptible. All right, so Dennis Lamp comes on. He'll face Porter, Buechele, and Wilkerson. Porter is 1 for 2 and a couple of walks. He's reached 3 out of the 4 times he's been up. How about a 1-10 against the right-hander? That's a ground ball to second, sandwiched in between 2 ballpark homers, which don't make a big whit of a difference today. Garcia to Mosby, and Porter is retired, 1 away. Here's Buechele, 2 hits in his last 2 at-bats, 2 for 4 on the day with an RBI. How about a 4-10, right-handed for ballpark single for the righty, 1-11. That's going to be a base hit for Buechele, his 3rd of the day. And he's a 15. He'd be an 18 if he gets a lead. What the heck? 3-6, he's good. 8 and 9, he's caught automatically. 9, caught stealing. No roll necessary. We rolled beyond his slash. So Buechele's the 2nd out. He's caught trying to get into scoring position. And here's Wilkerson. Kurt 1 for 3, sac fly RBI today. He also scored a run. 1-6, base hit, left field. Wilkerson goes the opposite way. He's on with a single. It'll be McDowell coming up. Wilkerson inching off first, trying to get a lead. 2-9 or 12. He gets a lead. It's a 15. He'll be a 1-18. The throw down, and he's in just under the tag. So it's been a running game for both sides today. Wilkerson in with the stolen base, and scoring position now with 2 outs for McDowell. McDowell 2 for 5, 2-run homer back in the 4th inning, pardon me. The pitch from Lamp, it's a 3-6. Single to left, except the clutch comes into play. So instead, it's going to be a pop out to the second baseman Garcia to end the inning. McDowell with a negative clutch here, and nothing doing for Rangers in the 8th. They will take a 3-0 lead into the 9th, and let's see what they're going to do about this pitching situation. You know what? Mahorsic's going to stay in. He's going to extend himself. The only guy who's fresh in the bullpen is Mitch Williams, and they could go to him as a closer, but Mahorsic's pitching very well thus far. So he'll come out to start the inning anyway against Fernandez, Mullenix, and Upshaw with a 3-run lead. Fernandez is up. It's a 2-6 against the righty. Grounder to short. Pardon me, Wilkerson's there and throws Fernandez out, 1st out of the inning. Toronto down to their last 2 outs here in the 9th, and it's Mullenix, who's got a 3-run homer today. He's 1 for 4. About a 4-5, left-handed. Ringing double into the gap and right. Mullenix pulls up at 2nd, claps his hands. He's got something going, and here's Upshaw. Well, the on-deck man is the tying run. So as long as they don't let anybody else on base, they've got nothing to worry about. Mahorsic looks in at Upshaw. The pitch. Possible wild pitch, only a 2. Nope, no wild pitch. We re-rolled the 6-6-6. And it comes up as a 6-7 against lefties. Grounded down to 1st. Mullenix is going to get over to 3rd. O'Brien takes it himself for the 2nd out. And down to their final out, it's George Bell. Mullenix at 3rd. That run doesn't mean anything. They need 3. Warfield would be the tying run, potentially, if he comes up to bat with Bell on base. The delivery from Mahorsic, it's a 1-7 right-hander. Fly ball out toward right, medium deep. Doesn't look like it'll be a problem. Incaviglia's there. He puts his glove up and makes the catch, and that is the ball game. So we started out wild and went out with a whimper, folks. The Blue Jays start with a 7-0 lead. The Rangers tie it up at 7. The Blue Jays take it back 8-7, and then in the 6th, the Rangers with 4 big runs to make it an 11-8 lead, and Dale Mahorsic shuts them down from there to get the save. It's going to be Jeff Russell with the win. And the loss, who gave up those 4, is going to go to, looks like Cerruti's going to take the loss. He didn't give up all 4, but enough of them he did. So we've got some bookkeeping to do, folks, but that is it from Arlington Stadium. Your final score, the Toronto Blue Jays 7, the Texas Rangers, the Toronto Blue Jays 8. I'm stealing a run from them. The Texas Rangers 11. All right, so Rudy takes the loss. Russell the win, Mahorsic the save. 3 strong innings from Mahorsic of 2 hit ball. All right, so let's do that anyway. 3, he gave up 2, nothing, no runs. Strikeouts 1, 2, 2 Ks, no walks. Which means 5, 8, 10 hits for the Blue Jays to get those 8 runs. Meanwhile, Caudill, how many runs did he give up? 3. Oh, no, that was Cerruti, sorry. Caudill gives up 1. And it's earned. And then Lamp came on to pitch 2 2 2/3. He gives 2 hits, no homers, no runs, no earned runs. Good job by Lamp. Too little too late, but 1, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. Which means 6, 11, 13, 15 hits for Texas. Let's check out the errors. Were there any? I don't remember any. I don't remember noting any. Nope. Texas didn't commit any errors. There's a couple errors right there. Both of them on, that's right, the back-to-back errors on Mosby. That might have been it. I think it was. So 2 errors for Toronto. The final, 8, 10, and 2 for Toronto, 11, 15, and none for Texas. Well, thanks for hanging out, guys. It's, let's see, 2:30. I'm going to set up some National League games. We'll see if I feel like streaming them. This is I think I've streamed for about 5 hours today. So I want to get some stats caught up, do some National League games, maybe grab a snack as we wait for nachos and bourbon tonight with the big game. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Joe, appreciate you tuning in and clarifying that fatigue rule for me. We'll see you next broadcast, I hope. Bye-bye. This is Joe from JC Sports Replays, thanking you for being with me. If you like the content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. All right? Take care. I can't stop the stream.